at some point in time, you have to just decide whether or not you feel like you're worth it. So what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
Why not try something? If you know it works for other people, you know other people are having successes with it. Obviously, I've had success with it. So why wouldn't you just give it a try? I mean, you're willing to try so many other things.
Yeah.
Like we waste money on so much stuff in general, whether it be for workout or what we're eating or what diet we're doing. Ultimately, you just have to decide whether or not you feel like you're worth it.
Today we have with us Heather. We are super stoked to have her share her story with Right to Fitness. She has been with us for about 8-9 weeks and has lost almost 20 pounds, about 18 and a half pounds. So we're super, super proud of you. She's done a great job. So really proud and excited for you to share your story. What motivated you to start with Right to Fitness?
Well, I knew that I needed to make a change. So I was actually looking for different nutritional coaches in my area, actually. But every time I found a nutrition coach, it was all online. So if I figured if I'm going to be online, I might as well extend my boundaries of where I'm looking.
Yeah.
If I can't meet one-on-one, I might as well look further than just right here. Actually came across Derek on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
And started following him on TikTok. And then decided just to sign up. I mean, honestly, I like the idea that it was all women.
Yeah.
Just because I know that my progress is going to be completely different than a man's progress.
Yes.
I don't have the same makeup that they have. So I didn't want that discouragement necessarily. And I know it sounds crazy, but I didn't want the discouragement of being next to a person who is doing 20 times better than me because it's easier for him or it's different for him. So
yes. Yep. Absolutely. Had you tried previously in the past any other programs or diets or anything like that?
All of them. Yeah. I've done Herbalife.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Advocare. I've done Weight Watchers. I've tried cutting out all of my carbs.
Oh,
this was not a nice version of me. I did an all women's gym, a circuit gym. I've done CrossFit. And although I felt slightly stronger in some of those areas, when I did CrossFit, I felt better.
Mm-hmm.
But never managed to lose any weight, never managed to lose any inches. Just kind of stayed the same. Although I felt stronger, I also didn't progress as far as strength goes either. So I never moved up in strength, if that makes sense.
It does. Yeah. What do you think those programs were missing that inhibited your success?
So I honestly feel, it really boils down to the food that I'm eating. So everything else is hey, you need to change your diet. So I was told several times I needed to be on a 1,200 calorie diet, which honestly at the time, there are a lot of days I didn't even hit 1,200 calories.
So you were super low. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I put all my information into FitnessPal, and FitnessPal would tell me, hey, that's not enough calories. You can't even log today.
Yeah.
So, because in my mind, everything tells you, hey, you have to be a certain thing. So I figured if I eat less, then I'll lose more.
Yeah.
But in reality, that wasn't the case. So I never had that nutritional portion of it that says, hey, you actually need to eat. Hey, this is what I want you to eat. Not just, I've had a few programs that they hand you a piece of paper and they're like, hey, have all the vegetables on this list. Well, I don't eat a single vegetable that's on that list.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really help me in the long run.
How did you feel prior to starting with us?
I was very discouraged before I started. I was to the point where I was very upset with myself. I was upset with how I looked. I was upset with how I felt. And I just knew that there needed to be some form of change.
Yeah. Yeah. So before you started, after you spoke with Derek and you decided that this was it, this is what you were going to do, what were your feelings?
I was nervous. So the biggest thing is that I tried so many things. Mm-hmm. And obviously through the years, I've wasted a lot of money on these things.
Yeah.
And so going to my husband saying, hey, this is what I want to do. And as encouraging as he tries to be, because he really is.
Yeah.
It's still that matter of, okay, but if you spend this money, then you have to follow through.
Yeah.
I'm I do follow through, but everything else is just you just feel like you're just throwing money at stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm super glad that you came, and I think that you're doing obviously awesome. Besides weight loss, what were some goals that you had before you started with us?
I wanted to feel better. I have 2 small children, and although I can play with them fine, the one is very athletic. So she's like, well, hey, let's go out and play this, or hey, let's go run. No, I don't want to run up the mountain with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to do more of those things with my kids
Yeah.
and not feel like I'm going to miss out on something.
So what results have you seen since you have been with us? Obviously, the almost 20-pound weight loss, which is incredible, but what else have you gained through this process?
I feel much better about eating food. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but like last night, I did have 2 slices of pizza, but I ate this ginormous bowl of salad first.
Yeah.
So then I didn't feel like I was filling up on pizza. I was filling up on salad. And then I was still able to have, that comfort food of, hey, this is what our family loves. So I have a better relationship with that food, not feeling like I can't eat something just because it's not allowed. Like there's not necessarily a, hey, you can't have this at all.
Yeah.
So it's that better relationship with that food that I didn't have before. Obviously, I feel better because I'm drinking water, which I normally don't drink at all.
I know you're doing so good with that.
Right. And I'm almost back up to my water intake. And then just like overall, my clothes are starting to fit a little bit looser. I just feel like I have a little bit more energy most days. I cut out a good like 90% of my caffeine, but I don't necessarily feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So once you replace poor processed foods with more whole foods, you really don't need that caffeine anymore because you're getting the energy from, other sources. So that's awesome. How do you feel now? And how do you feel your life has changed since where you were, let's say 4 months ago?
I definitely feel like I'm happier now than I was 4 months ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to put that into words. Just like I feel better about myself.
Yeah. And that's priceless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome.
It is.
What aspects of coaching have you enjoyed the most?
So I like knowing that there's somebody there who is going to constantly ask me what I did have to eat today.
Yeah.
Somebody there who's going to be like, okay, well, that's not a bad thing, but let's do this next time.
Yeah.
And that's kind of nice to know, like, hey, it's not that you did something wrong, but let's make it better.
Yeah.
So I definitely enjoyed that aspect of it. Just having that person there every single day has helped tremendously, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. Just that accountability, that constant,
right.
Hey, haven't heard from you. What's going on?
Right.
What are some goals forward that you're looking forward to?
I mean, I look forward to my long-term goal, which will be forever from now, but it's still in progress. Like I want to be able to, I look forward to the night that I can go out and I can put on a nice dress that I feel good in. Yeah. I can go out and have a fun time, knowing that I feel just as good. Like I look just as good as I feel on the inside.
Yeah.
So that's a goal of mine. Something that I definitely look forward to.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That's great. Yeah. So let's say you are talking to a girlfriend and she's on the fence about trying Right to Fitness. What words of encouragement would you give her?
At some point in time, you have to just decide whether or not you feel like you're worth it. So what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
Why not try something? If you know it works for other people, other people are having successes with it. Obviously I've had success with it. So why wouldn't you just give it a try? I mean, you're willing to try so many other things. Yeah. Like we waste money on so much stuff in general, whether it be for workout or what we're eating or what diet we're doing. Ultimately, you just have to decide whether or not you feel like you're worth it. Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. Super, super proud of you. This is just the beginning. You're with me for a lot longer. So I'm really excited about that and really excited to see your progress and how far it goes.